Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. We are building up to the second test match between India and England. Right now, the series is 1-0 for England, and England in a very good mood right now, going from Hyderabad to Vizag. Not long of a flight, लेकिन दोनों teams पहुंच गए वहां पे. आज practice हुई थी. Indian team net session हुआ था. It was SARFRAZ and PATIDAR were both present. There was a long chat between Rohit Sharma and SARFRAZ before he started practicing. They talked for quite a bit. It was a bit animated. There were jokes also. लेकिन in the end, then Sarfaraz went and he was towards the end of the session. He went and he started batting. Patidar was already batting over there, trying the sweeps, reverse sweeps. Kuldeep Bhai was present. He was bowling. He batted first. He pulled out some sweeps himself. Then he bowled. Ashwin was bowling to the batsmen, trying to help them with the sweeps and then trying to make it challenging to play the sweep also. So, क्या बोलते so अच्छी प्रैक्टिस हुई थी एंड देयर विल बी प्रेशर ऑन दिस इंडियन टीम. सब प्रेजेंट थे. आई थिंक सब फोकस्ड है. दे वांट टू विन. The batting coach came out and said कि भाई Mr. Vikram Rathore, he said कि हमको we want to play spin to our strengths, come down the wicket, use the depths of the crease. लेकिन we saw कि practice में sweeps भी खेल रहे थे. They were trying something what England tried. So anything to win basically. Again, he was saying that the pitch won't turn on day one, it'll turn after that. लेकिन I'm not really sure about that. I think it will spin and it will be challenging for both teams. और इंडिया की बैटिंग लाइन अभी थोड़ी inexperienced होगी. There is no KL Rahul, remember, no Virat Kohli, no Jadeja. तो ये तीन जो batsmen who have done really well for India in these conditions are not present. But that gives an opportunity to someone like a Patidar. It gives opportunity if Sarfaraz plays to someone like him. Sundar अगर खेला उसको भी opportunity मिलती. He can also play as a batsman too. तो options है. अब इंग्लैंड का यही देखना कि जैक लीच का क्या सिचुएशन है. लेकिन अगर वो फिट है तो वो भी खेल सकता है अलॉन्ग विद शोएब बशीर. दोनों खेल सकते हैं मेरे हिसाब से. तो यही देखना पड़ेगा कि क्या कॉम्बिनेशन होगा. इंग्लैंड नॉर्मली अनाउंस द टीम अ डे बिफोर. तो कल शायद इंग्लैंड की अनाउंसमेंट आ जाएगी. इंडिया विल प्रोबब्ली अनाउंस इट एट द टॉस. देयर इज प्रेशर इन इंडिया 100%. लास्ट टाइम अराउंड आल्सो दे वर 1-0 डाउन and then you saw spinning tracks which and this one a web around England. This time around will we see the same because England की approach अभी अलग है. अगर आप देख सकते हैं पहले they're playing attritional cricket, consuming deliveries. जो इंडिया थोड़ा खेले थे ये टेस्ट मैच में, wearing down the bowlers. अभी England are playing attacking cricket, whether it's the first innings or second innings. They're looking to score runs, counter attack देख रहे हैं उन लोग. ये नहीं देख रहे कि भाई balls consume करना है, थकाना बॉलर को. ये सब नहीं, बस जाके खेलो अपना पॉजिटिव इंटेंट. फोक्स का भी इंटरव्यू अगर आप देखें क्रिकेट इन्फो पे, वो भी मेंशन करा कि लास्ट टाइम आई केम it was about surviving, it was about toiling hard and staying there as much as you can. Don't throw your wicket. यहाँ पे अब mindset अलग है. It's positive. If you get out, you get out. But while you're at the crease, be positive and make as many runs as possible. How do you look to dominate the spinners? That is important rather than trying to survive और वो सब. तो अभी इंग्लैंड का माइंडसेट अलग है, मैनेजमेंट का माइंडसेट अलग है, और इसी माइंडसेट से उन लोग वो मैच जीते. बिकॉज 190 का डेफिसिट बहुत मुश्किल है उससे रिकवर करना. लेकिन जो उनका माइंडसेट, जो तरीका है, एक प्रोसेस है क्रिकेट खेलने का, इट कैन गेट देम आउट ऑफ डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशंस. एंड दे प्रूव्ड इट कि भाई टफ कंडीशंस में हम भी जीत सकते हैं. यहाँ पे और हम जीतने के लिए आए. वी डिडंट कम टू जस्ट make the numbers. We came here to compete and win the series. So England are looking for that. और इन लोगों का बहुत अच्छा opportunity to keep piling on the pressure on India because like I mentioned, बड़े player missing है. विराट कोहली का not only his presence with the bat but also in the field, sledging रहने दो, catching रहने दो, giving tips to Rohit. Yeah, his presence was dearly missed in Hyderabad, and interaction with the crowd and ये छोटी छोटी चीजें count होते हैं मैच में. And I'm sure that his presence will be missed again Vizag में. लेकिन अगर India lose again, then it will be a lot of pressure on them. So they're looking to win this test match, make it 1-1 when they go to the third test. थोड़ा सा break रहेगा I think second or third test में. ये quick turnaround है and they have to take this defeat out of their mind. And tough रहता है कि भाई जब आप winning position में हैं, आप जीत रहे हैं टेस्ट मैच और वो भी अच्छे तरीके से कंट्रोल में है और एकदम से फिसल गया हाथ से मैच, तो मुश्किल होता है कभी रिकवर करने के लिए. बट द बेस्ट थिंग इज टू प्ले क्रिकेट इमीडिएटली बिकॉज इट हेल्प्स यू फॉरगेट व्हाट हैपेंड. यू डोंट हैव टू मच टाइम टू थिंक. आप हैदराबाद से वाइजैक पहुंच गए, वाइजैक से आप ट्रेनिंग शुरू कर दिया, तो आपको सोचने का इतना वक्त नहीं मिला. शेन भाई हेलो. मुस्तफा भाई अस्सलाम वालेकुम. वालेकुम सलाम. शेन भाई खैरियत से, आप कैसे हैं? It's been a while. कैसे आपकी तबीयत? Hope you're doing well. हम लोग यही building up to the test match. We got news today from the practice that Patidar was present, Sarfraz was present as well. Sarfraz had a huge long chat with Rohit Sharma before he practiced. उन लोग बात कर रहे थे एंड फिर उसके बाद फील्डिंग भी हुई, फिर बैटिंग हुई। सरफराज वेंट विद हिज kit and he was towards the end he went and practiced while as Patar has started off the practice. They were playing sweeps, reverse sweeps, playing some extravagant shots. Kuldeep bhai was also batting and bowling too. Ashwin was bowling. They were trying to he was trying to in the beginning feed the sweep and reverse sweep. After that he was trying to challenge the batsman, and baz ball ruk ke aa rahe the and they weren't easy to sweep. And India, they were trying a different kind of method, even though अपने विक्रम राठौर प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में आज बोले थे कि भाई वी हैव आवर ओन वे ऑफ प्लेइंग स्पिन, वी लाइक टू प्ले कमिंग आउट ऑफ द क्रीज यूजिंग आवर फीट एंड देन यूजिंग द डेप्थ ऑफ द क्रीज। लेकिन जो प्रैक्टिस में नजर आया वो थोड़ा अलग था कि भाई स्वीप भी निकल रहा था, रिवर्स स्वीप भी निकल रहा था, तो उन लोग वही तरीके निकाल रहे हैं जीतने के लिए रादर देन जस्ट फोकस ऑन वन थिंग। प्लेइंग 11 क्या होनी चाहिए सेकंड टेस्ट में? देखो अभी आपका ऑलरेडी आपको थोड़ा सा डैमेज मिल गया, नॉट ओनली लूजिंग द गेम, मगर इंजरीज के वजह से भी आपको काफी फोर्स चेंजेस मिलने को देखेंगे। लेकिन मेरे हिसाब से कुलदीप भाई खेलना चाहिए, he should be along with Akshar Patel, and then I would probably, and Ashwin, and then I would probably go maybe with the Washington Sundar. देखो आप पाटीदार और सरफराज दोनों को खिला सकते हैं, मगर अगर आप सुंदर को खिला रहे तो if Leach is playing and Hartley दोनों, he can be someone who can counter them. वो बैटिंग कर सकता है। आप देखें whether it's the Gabba or in India itself, he has some good runs, even against England he scored some good runs। तो मेरे हिसाब से एक लेफ्टी को खिला देना चाहिए। तो आप 4 स्पिनर के साथ खेलो, सिराज में भी sits out and then you go with either पाटीदार और सरफराज। आई प्रेफर सरफराज, लेकिन शायद उन लोग पाटीदार के साथ ही जाएंगे बिकॉज वो ही इज अ बिट मोर एक्सपीरियंस, ही इज आल्सो सरफराज स्कोर्ड अ लॉट ऑफ रन्स सो एज पाटीदार, सो दे माइट गो विद हिम। बट ये भी देखने को मिल सकता है कि आप सिराज को रखें टीम में, 3 स्पिनर्स जाएं and you go with Sarfaraz and Patidar. The only risk in that is that both of them they will be under pressure. They've scored a lot of runs, bucket runs in Ranji Trophy, लेकिन अब इंग्लैंड के खिलाफ you can say that maybe the spin attack is not that strong, but international stage पे pressure अलग होता है and वो handle करने के लिए कभी-कभी मुश्किल हो सकता है। And that's not to say that they can't handle it, I think they can, but I'm just saying matchup wise maybe it's just better to put a lefty there. But I would love to see Sarfaraz play. I think that's what I would really like to see. And even if Patidar plays, I have no problems with that. I'm just looking at it from the matchup thing. But this is probably going to be your 11. You'll either go with 3 spinners or 4 spinners. So if you're going with 3, you will have both Patidar and Sarfaraz in the lineup. If you go with 4 spinners, then you will have Patidar in the lineup. That's how I'm looking at it. Shreyas Iyer पे भी अब ज़्यादा attention रहेगा because वो spin को अच्छा खेलते हैं, मशहूर है spin को खेलने के लिए. He has his struggles with the faster bowling with the short ball, लेकिन अभी स्पिन के खिलाफ उनका रेप्यूटेशन है, तो अब देखना पड़ेगा। दिस इज द टाइम फॉर हिम टू स्टेप अप बिकॉज सडनली वो सीनियर खिलाड़ी बन गए, बिकॉज केएल राहुल नहीं है, विराट कोहली नहीं है, जडेजा भी नहीं है, जिनके सब सारे के कंट्रीब्यूशंस बहुत है इन रीसेंट टेस्ट मैचेस, तो उनको भी थोड़ा सा वो करना पड़ेगा। अक्षर पटेल ऑल्सो एज अ बैट्समैन वो भी बहुत क्रूशल रोल निभाना पड़ेगा उनको भी, बिकॉज अगर आप देखें लोअर ऑर्डर रन्स विल बी वेरी क्रूशल ये टेस्ट मैच में भी। अगेन पिच का जो विक्रम राठौर बोले, इससे इट वोंट टर्न फ्रॉम फर्स्ट डे, मगर मेरे हिसाब से टर्न होना चाहिए या नहीं होना चाहिए वो अलग बात है, मगर मेरे हिसाब से टर्न होगा। तो अगर वैसा है सिचुएशन, you'll have to be ready, and every batsman, even the tail, need to be ready to contribute runs. आप देखें हार्टली जो थर्ड इनिंग्स में पोप के साथ पार्टनरशिप लगाई, वो बहुत फायदा हुआ इंग्लैंड को। तो उस तरीके से इवन कुलदीप यादव, अक्षर पटेल, all these guys will have to be ready to contribute. तो ये ऐसा 11 देखने को मिल सकता है इंग्लैंड का। शायद अगर लीच इंजर्ड है तो फिर आप शोएब बशीर को देखेंगे, अगर लीच फिट है तो शायद फिर भी आप शोएब बशीर को भी देख सकते हैं। मे बी दे ड्रॉप अ बैट्समैन, मे बी दे ड्रॉप अ बेयरस्टो, आई डोंट नो, लेकिन उन लोगों का मामला थोड़ा और सेट है बिकॉज दे वन द टेस्ट मैच। विनिंग चेंजेस द होल मोमेंटम। ये डिस्कोर्स पूरा अलग होता था। इफ इंडिया हैड वन द टेस्ट मैच देन वी वुडंट बी टॉकिंग अबाउट एनीथिंग in terms of ये करना चाहिए वो करना चाहिए। I think right now India not only are 1-0 down, they also have big players missing. That shouldn't be a problem. मेरे हिसाब से देखो in the past आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी जब गैबा में टेस्ट मैच खेले आपके काफी खिलाड़ी मिसिंग थे, तो मेरे हिसाब से shouldn't be that much of an issue. 3 स्पिनर्स में मेरे नजर में कुलदीप, अश्विन, अक्षर, सरफराज और पटेल दोनों को खिलाना चाहिए। सिराज को खिलाना चाहिए। 6 बैट्समैन, 1 विकेट कीपर एंड 4 बॉलर। हाँ बिल्कुल, मतलब ये भी ऑप्शन, मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ, ये एक ऑप्शन है और दूसरा ऑप्शन है 4 स्पिनर के साथ जाएं। मैं सिर्फ दूसरा ऑप्शन कंसिडर कर रहा हूँ, बिकॉज अगर आप देखें सिराज का रोल लिमिटेड होगा. आई एम नॉट सेइंग ही इज समवन हु इज परफॉर्म कंसिस्टेंटली. आप साउथ अफ्रीका में भी देख लो, उन्हें जिताया टेस्ट मैच एंड ही हेल्प टू ड्रॉ दैट टेस्ट मैच. तो नथिंग टू टेक फ्रॉम सिराज. लेकिन अगर आप देखें उसका जो कंट्रीब्यूशन था फर्स्ट टेस्ट मैच में, नॉट द परफॉर्मेंस, जस्ट आप नंबर ओवर्स देख लो, थोड़ा लिमिटेड था. अगर आप वाशिंगटन सुंदर को खिलाएंगे, दैट डजंट मीन ही इज गोइंग टू बोल मोर ओवर्स और एनीथिंग लाइक दैट, मगर एज अ बैट्समैन वो कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकता है. एंड स्पेशली अगर ऑपोजिशन दो लेफ्टीज खिला रहे हैं तो उसको काउंटर करने के लिए आप वो मैचअप रख सकते हैं. रिस्क है, नो डाउट. मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि कॉन्फिडेंस से ये चलेगा ऐसा, लेकिन ये ऑप्शन कंसिडर करना चाहिए. तो आई थिंक यू शुड हैव बोथ ऑप्शंस, बैलेंस इट आउट एंड सी व्हाट द ऑपोजिशन पुट्स आउट. एंड पिच के हिसाब से आप देख लो, अगर उसमें पूरा रैंक टर्नर है तो फिर सिराज का रोल और कम हो जाएगा, फिर सुंदर का रोल बढ़ सकता है विद द बॉल. अगेन his history in test matches in terms of bowling is limited, lekin with the bat he is proved himself whenever he's got the opportunity. And I just feel agar aap match up खिलाएंगे तो फायदा हो सकता है आपके लिए. तो इसलिए आप think, मगर आपका जो 11 है वो भी ठीक है. Like I don't think there's anything wrong in that. You should have won that test match with this for ये जो तीन स्पिनर्स का रोल था. Like with this balance you should have won that हैदराबाद मैच. आप 190 200 रन से लीड कर रहे हैं, तो वो सिचुएशन से आप नहीं हारना था मैच. So I think but again you did lose the game. You didn't pick up enough wickets regularly in the third innings, so that cost you the match. So they'll have to see how can they make that more effective. That fourth option, should it be a spinner, should it not be a spinner? Again, they'll have to read the pitch and see कि ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि the ball is reversing and everything and then you don't have a Siraj, right? So you'll have to look at the conditions and then take that call. And you saw today in the nets, they were practicing those sweeps, reverse sweeps, both. I think it looks like Patidar will play. It looks like it because he was in the nets for a long time. But SARFRAZ ka bhi chance hai. Maybe he didn't bat as long, but he did bat. And also before that, he had a one-on-one conversation with the captain for a long period of time. Rohit Sharma ke साथ उसने काफी टाइम से बात कर रहा था आज, एंड उस हिसाब से मेरे को लग रहा है कि शायद उसका भी चांस बन सकता है. लेकिन पाटीदार का मेरा थोड़ा लॉक इन दिख रहा है अभी situation. I think he will play. And there will be pressure on them, but again it could be a breath of fresh air because they haven't played that first test. They haven't experienced that loss, तो उनको आके they can start afresh and play their natural game. उन लोग अच्छे फॉर्म से आ रहे हैं दोनों इंग्लैंड लाइन्स के खिलाफ. they've scored runs. उन लोग मैच विनिंग इनिंग्स भी है सरफराज के. पाटीदार भी 50s लगाए, शतक लगाए. तो they're coming into the series in a positive mindset, so it could work the other way for India and really help them out if they both play. So I'm not really avoiding that as well. I'm considering कि ये option भी हो सकता है कि दोनों खेल सकते हैं. मेरे हिसाब से दोनों भी खेल सकते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं खेल सकते हैं. तो let's see what happens from there, and it'll be interesting to see because right now there is a lot of pressure in India. Like I said, they've been 1-0 down before. ऐसा है कि नहीं हुआ. यही opposition के साथ 2 साल पहले उन लोग 1-0 down थे. लेकिन ये situation अलग है. opposition का तरीका भी अलग है, उनके personnel भी अलग है. और उन लोग आपको हराए अच्छे spinning pitch पे. ऐसा नहीं है कि rank turner था या flat था. ठीक है, जो रूट के जब रन आए थे वो double 100, that was a flat record. That's more traditional, जो day 4 और day 5 पे break हुआ. यहाँ पे already pitch was gripping and आपको apply करना था. And जो situation में आप आ गए थे, you would have won that test match 9 times out of 10. It was just one stellar knock from Ollie Pope जो पूरा पलटा दिया situation को और आप मैच हार गए. And आप पे pressure आ गया. अभी approach भी इंडियन बैटर्स का ये बहुत दिलचस्प होगा because अगर आप देखें 4th innings में थोड़ा conservative हो गए थे. They were trying to grind it out. They're trying to absorb the pressure and वो नहीं चला उन लोगों के लिए. Despite the partnership between Ashwin and भरत, आप ठीक है खरीद गए मगर आप पहुंचे नहीं अपने मंजिल को. तो वो उनको देखना पड़ेगा कि भाई किस टाइप का अप्रोच खेलना पड़ेगा. Doesn't mean they have to copy exactly the way the England play. They have to play to their strengths, but also look to play their shots. Their shots could be different. It doesn't have to be the sweep, reverse sweep, but it could. They need to look to accumulate runs in their own way and play to their strengths. Make the bowler bowl जहाँ आप चाहिए, right? अगर and आप निकल के आके जो shots मार रहे थे, doesn't mean you have to come and hit a 6. You can use your feet, get to the pitch of the ball, and work the single on the leg side, work the single on the off side. That is also plays with the bowlers line and length. Abhi aajkal ke cricket mein, if you're stepping out means chakka ya chauka padega. It's not necessary in test match. Even in one days, you can use your feet to just get to the pitch of the ball, to snub that ball, like when it not let it spin, smother the ball, jo bolte hain, right? To get more control. So I think that is what they should look to do. Rotate the strike. So intent doesn't mean you have to hit every ball for a boundary. Intent means ki bhai, making the bowler bowl to distance, whether that is you going on the back foot or front foot or going out of your crease. सऊदी अरेबिया बाहर हो गया एशियन फुटबॉल कप से, कैसा लग रहा भाई? बहुत अफसोस में हूँ मैं, लाइक पूरा रात अफसोस में था, आज सुबह में भी अच्छा नहीं लग रहा था. इट वाज अ वेरी क्लोज गेम, लेकिन एट द एंड कोरिया डिजर्व्ड इट. जो उन लोग लास्ट 10-15 मिनट्स में, आप 70th मिनट से देख लो उनका जो परफॉर्मेंस था, इट वाज रियली गुड. एंड दैट गोल वाज कमिंग, ठीक है, इट वाज जस्ट 1 मिनट बिफोर एंड यू कैन से अनलकी एंड ऑल दैट, मगर वो गोल आ रहा था. दे हिट द पोस्ट क्वाइट अ फ्यू टाइम्स, बट द वे आई थिंक साउदी प्ले द फर्स्ट 60-70 मिनट्स वाज आउटस्टैंडिंग. बहुत अच्छा खेल रहे थे. और साउथ कोरिया बहुत बड़ी टीम है, ठीक है, उन लोग मलेशिया से ड्रॉ करे, लेकिन उन लोग बहुत अच्छी टीम है. दे हैव प्लेयर्स प्लेइंग in the Premier League. You have Wang, you have Son, you have players playing in Bayern Munich, also German league mein. So they have a proper team to play like that. I think it was a very impressive performance, but of course it hurts जब आप 1-0 जीतने last minute में आप equalizer concede कर रहे हैं, फिर penalties में जाके हार रहे हैं, तो and penalties में conviction नहीं था, they didn't look confident. और जो उनका गोलकीपर था कोरिया का, he was crazy man. He saved 2 brilliant penalties and won them the game. जापान भी जीत गई आज, उन लोग भी 3-1 बहरीन से जीत गए. They're also through the quarterfinals. There's one more game today and then we'll have the quarterfinals in a couple of days. तो हाँ भाई, अच्छा तो लग रहा नहीं. मैं तो सऊदी को सपोर्ट कर रहा था, मैं इधर ही हूँ, सऊदी में ही हूँ, तो या थोड़ा बहुत it was अफसोस की बात थी. But you move on, right? What can you do? You gotta take it on the chin. You played against an excellent team and lost. I mean, comparatively, South Korea and Saudi, South Korea is a very good team. So yeah, you got to take it on the chin and move on. तो हाँ, कल शाहीन भी जिता दिया था ILT20 जो मैच था वाइपर्स को अगेंस्ट MI. बोल्ट के अगेंस्ट 3 रन चाहिए थे लास्ट बॉल पे, वो आई थिंक थर्ड मैन और पॉइंट के बीच में बाउंड्री निकाला. That was a very good game as well. I don't know if today, I think today there's another ILT20 game, but I don't know if there's वो SAT20 जो अंडर 19 का खबर है अभी. ऑस्ट्रेलिया 266 for 6. उनका कैप्टन भाई जबरदस्त नॉक मारा, scored a brilliant 100. Like at one time they almost collapsed with the England spinners coming in. और इंग्लैंड वही टाइम पे अच्छा खेलते हैं अंडर 19 में. If you've seen throughout the World Cup, जो बीच के ओवर रहते हैं, they utilize that really well and they slowed it down. मगर जो ह्यू Wigbin था, 120 or 126 deliveries, very good innings. He stood tall. And despite wickets falling around him, they got to 266. और इंग्लैंड अभी 64-4 है, लेकिन बारिश पड़ रही है उधर, तो देखना पड़ेगा कि will the points be split. or I think Duckworth Lewis comes after 15 overs or 10 overs. I'm not sure. If it's 10 overs, then result आ जाएगा. नहीं, actually नहीं आएगा because 9.3 खेले, तो they need to restart play. आज वो भी गेम है, सुपर किंग्स जोहान्सबर्ग versus Eastern Cape Sunrisers. So there is a lot of cricket, and then we got our test match. जुम्मे के दिन फ्राइडे को टेस्ट मैच है इंडिया और इंग्लैंड का, वाइजैक में. क्विक टर्नओवर, बोथ टीम्स विल बी लुकिंग टू विन. इंडिया अंडर ट्रेमेंडस प्रेशर, लाइक आई मेंशन्ड, बिकॉज पहला टेस्ट मैच हारे हैं और उनके पास इंजरीज भी है. अगर आप देखें लास्ट टूर में भी, जब आप सेकंड टेस्ट मैच में आए, आपकी टीम फुली फिट थी. यहाँ पे फुली फिट है नहीं, आपके बड़े खिलाड़ी गायब है, मिसिंग है, injured hai, so you can't do much about it. So you'll have to whatever resources you have to pick yourselves up, come up with a game plan. Rohit pe bhi काफी criticism hai, scrutiny hai, magar he's a great player, great captain too. So let's see what he does in the red ball, because if he does lose this series, everyone will say कि भाई कोहली was a better captain. ये वो सब comparison शुरू हो जाएंगे, तो उस पे भी pressure है, scrutiny है. I'm sure that he was also feeling the pressure, लेकिन he probably is now focused. आज आप देख सकते हैं सब present थे, everybody was focused, determined. They were working on specific plans. So आप देख सकते हैं energy थी और उन लोगों को जीतना है, वो भूख दिख रहा था. Maybe if they won the test match, it would have been a bit more relaxed. It could have been an optional practice, and शायद सारे खिलाड़ी नहीं आते थे, लेकिन आज सब present थे, सब had that goal of trying to have like particular strategies and look to prepare in the best way possible to win this test match. Because ना तो और प्रेशर पड़ेगा और क्रिटिसिज्म बढ़ेगा एंड ऑल दैट. तो आई मीन इट विल बी अ टफ गेम बिकॉज इंग्लैंड के पास अब बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस है एंड द वे दे आर प्लेइंग द क्रिकेट इज क्रेजी मैन. समझ की बाहर है जो जिस तरीके से इंग्लैंड खेलती है. समझ में नहीं आता. लाइक सो अनऑर्थोडॉक्स, सो डिफरेंट, सो हाई रिस्क, मगर इफेक्टिव होता है. यस, इट डजंट वर्क ऑल द टाइम, लेकिन व्हेन इट वर्क्स इट दे पुल रैबिट्स आउट ऑफ द हैट. मतलब मैजिकल परफॉर्मेंसेस एकदम से निकल के आ जाते हैं. और ये आप हैदराबाद का ही मैच देख लो. लाइक एक टाइम पे day 2, end of day 2, it was a Friday. I remember making a coffee right after day 2, and I'm like, yeah, these guys have no chance. I was preparing for the show and everything, and I'm like, these guys have no chance to win this game, and hopefully they come second test में थोड़ा सा better performance, because मजा आना चाहिए सीरीज में. मगर मजा आ गया था 2 दिन बाद ही, नेक्स्ट डे ही आ गया था पोप के इनिंग्स के साथ. And they played really good cricket and they made a game of it and they won the game. So that was crazy. And I mean, it's good for India as well because they're challenged in their own backyard. A lot of people are saying कि भाई teams बराबर टक्कर नहीं दे रही इंडिया को, India is far superior at home and all that. लेकिन अब टक्कर आ गया, they're 1-0 down, and if they win this 4-1 also, India, I won't be surprised. Like, right now they are under pressure because you have to take everything into consideration, not just the score line. You have to look at the way you lost the game, in the manner you lost. You have to look at the opposition, and then you have to look at your personnel and the conditions and everything. And right now it's a different situation to it was 2021. So I don't think it'll be that easy to win 4-1. But any victory from here, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, जो भी है, India will take it because England are here to win. They've prepared in their own different way. उनका यूनिक स्टाइल है भाई प्रिपरेशन का भी. अगर आप देखो, सब बहुत क्रिटिसिज्म चल रहा था, इंग्लैंड में ही बोल रहे थे कि भाई ये क्या है, अबू धाबी में प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, they're not acclimatizing to the Indian conditions, they're not looking at the Indian pitches and weather and all that, they're just in Abu Dhabi chilling and all that. But it worked, right? It worked. Victory always silences critics. That's what happens, right? Like, so they have their own way, and the best thing about it is that they trust their process. They close everything outside and they trust their process. And look, the English media is also very harsh and critical towards their own team. If you see, they're also very particular. They follow the cricket, they're very passionate about the cricket, and they call things out. उन लोगों के पास भी ट्रेडिशनल प्यूरिस्ट है, जैसा हमारे पास क्रिटिसिज्म होता है, इंग्लैंड में भी क्रिटिसिज्म होता है, बट दे ब्लॉक दैट आउट. जैसे भाई हम इस तरीके के क्रिकेट खेलेंगे. बेन स्टोक्स हैज come on the BBC radio, he's come on Sky Sports and whatever, and he said, like, even when they've lost, he said, I'm going to play like this, I'm going to play these kind of shots. That's how we're going to do it. So they have they trust their method. There is a strong belief there, and wins के साथ और confidence बढ़ती है. And जिस तरीके से खेलते, nobody is playing for the place because they're all secure. They all know कि भाई out हो गए तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा हमको, मगर एक तरीके से खेलना है, freedom के साथ खेलना है. Folks also, look, if you saw, Folks is not he didn't play a bass ball or anything like that. It was like strike rate उसका 30-40 था मेरे हिसाब से, लेकिन फिर भी he wasn't cramped up for room. I think जब shot आया था, he was taking the shot on, he was rotating the strike, he looked more free, more relaxed. He didn't really change his game to another level, like maybe a Bairstow did, or maybe Ollie Pope did, or Joe Root. He's changed his game completely under bass ball. Folks didn't really do that, but he's playing with much more freedom. आप देख सकते हैं कि जब shot on है वो खेलेगा जो पहले शायद नहीं खेलता था, and उसको वो परेशानी नहीं है कि भाई my place is under threat or anything like that. And this is the same Folks who was not picked in the Ashes. Bairstow, who was making mistakes with the glove, was still playing every single game. But when he is in the 11, he is fully packed, he's encouraged, so he gets to play with that freedom, he gets to play with that confidence कि भाई my captain is backing me and I'm going to give my 100%. So that is also मेरे हिसाब से very important, and it's a key factor to their success. ठीक है, like the narrative can change after 2-3 test matches. अगर England हार गए next 2-3 test matches, the narrative will change again. लेकिन we shouldn't forget the fact that this process has been successful for them, and they've won test matches in difficult conditions against difficult opposition. पाकिस्तान में जाके जीते, इंडिया में आके जीते एक मैच. अभी इंग्लैंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ ठीक है home conditions थे, but आप 2-0 down थे. Imagine the pressure there. India will feel it if they go 2-0 down. Everyone, and वहां पे full रहते stadiums. अगर आप देखे Ashes में full थे. The crowd is there, the media is there, everyone is focusing on the Ashes. There's no football at that time, so the main focus is on cricket. It's the English summer, peak summer. You're 2-0 down, and you're still playing that same cricket. You didn't change anything. You didn't drop players. You brought in a couple of players from injury, like a Mark Wood and a Wokes. But apart from that, you played to your strengths. आपका style वही risky style था, aggressive style था, and you won, and you made it 2-2. अगेन critics will say कि भाई आप जीते नहीं तो क्या कर रहे हैं वो है, मगर आप तरीका देखो, आप प्रोसेस देखो जो है उनका, it's been very effective so far, and you have to give them credit. You have to tip your hat off to McCullum and Ben Stokes because it is high quality cricket, and it's been successful too. दे विल बी क्रिटिसाइज, ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई आप वाइजैक का टेस्ट मैच देख लेंगे, लाइक अगर वहां पे कुछ फॉल्ट हो गया, अगर उन लोग 80 पे पैक हो गए, 50 पे पैक हो गए, तो फिर अलग नैरेटिव शुरू होगा, तो बट दे वोंट केयर अबाउट दैट, दे लाइक भाई we'll have to play in this manner and we want to play like this and we're going to win like this बोल के उन लोग ऐसी करेंगे, तो yeah, it is exciting times if you're an England fan. If you're an India fan, again, like there is competition, so it's going to be a good test match. It'll be a good. It's already started off as a very competitive series. So हम लोग भी alert रहेंगे, I'm sure, and pressure will be on. You can already see, like the players are determined with the practice today. They're looking to strategize. Their sweeps are coming out, reverse sweeps are coming out in the nets. Particular plans were trying to be executed. They were strategizing full on proper. So ये जो है टेस्ट मैच will be very exciting, I'm sure. कल हमको खबर मिलेगा भाई प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में, रोहित शर्मा क्या बोलने वाले, बेन स्टोक्स क्या बोलने वाले, maybe we get an idea of team combination, we'll get an idea of who plays, who not plays. India might not give as many hints, maybe England will give their whole 11. तो वो भी styles अलग है, तो अब देखना पड़ेगा कि what we get tomorrow. There will be a net session too tomorrow, I'm sure, and we'll get more information on the pitch also, hopefully, and get a good glimpse of that, and फिर थोड़ा पता चल जाएगा कि ये किस तरीके से पिच रहेगा, किस तरीके का ये मैच होगा. So yeah, looking forward to it. And yeah, I'm just looking if there's any update in the under 19. It's still raining, it looks like. Australia were on ऑस्ट्रेलिया वर ऑन वेरी वेरी पॉजिटिव नोट. 4 विकेट ले लिए थे इंग्लैंड का, लेकिन दे वर इन गुड कंट्रोल ऑफ दिस मैच. लेकिन हाँ, बारिश पड़ गई तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. अभी साउथ अफ्रीका अंडर 19 देव डिफीटेड जिम्बाब्वे अंडर 19 इन द by 9 wickets in the Super 6 Group 2. So, and Bangladesh have beaten Nepal by 5 wickets, chasing 170. तो ये खबर है अंडर 19 वर्ल्ड कप से. बाकी आपका एसए टी20 और आईएल टी20 भी है. तो या there's plenty of cricket, like we say, cricket तो चलते रहता भाई, कुछ ना कुछ आते रहता. And there is no shortage. Right now, the IL T20 has started. I think Abu Dhabi Knight Riders are taking on the Gulf Giants. वो भी शुरू हो गया. So yeah, the good cricket. The under 19 has been really good as well. Today I was very impressed with Australian captain जो पारी खेला उसने. Even when suddenly जब collapse हुआ था, mini collapse, उसने he continued to score runs. He looked very confident, very good stroke making straight down the ground. जो drives मार रहा था वो, used his feet as well, played the big shots. It was good to watch. कल जो मुशीर खान ने किया था वो भी बेहतरीन all round performance था, high quality from Mr. Mushir. And what a story it will be if SARFRAZ plays the test match. Mushir Khan is doing so well under 19 team. उनकी family के लिए बहुत अच्छा होगा वो. Will be great booster for them. They've been very patient, both individuals and the whole family. I'm sure कि भाई कब मौका मिलेगा, कब limelight मिलेगा. And if SARFRAZ debuts also, it will be a big thing for them. KS Bharat के बारे में मैं बात करना चाह रहा हूँ. I think I think he was decent. He hasn't had the best of form with the bat whenever he's played for India. He hasn't scored the most of runs, लेकिन he did look confident. उसने runs बनाए दोनों inning में. Now it's about taking it to the next level and scoring those vital runs, extra runs to put the opposition under pressure. Keeping wise भी there will be scrutiny on him, but he is a proper keeper, तो आपको उसके साथ ही जाना पड़ेगा. लेकिन of course there will be pressure on him because despite him not failing, he did decent. They didn't win the test match. He didn't cross the line. So if he does fail in Vizag, then there might be criticism on him too. देखना पड़ेगा वो किस तरीके के क्रिकेट खेलेगा. Of course, and he came in varying situations. Pehla test match mein they were in a much better. Pehla innings mein they were in a better position. Second inning mein they weren't in a great position. Do you think England will play all-out spin attacking, leaving Wood out? I don't know. They might leave a batsman out instead of Wood. I think they will play Wood because they need somebody there to bowl that pace. Just in case it reverse swings or swings, they need somebody there who can bowl. In my opinion, I wouldn't leave him out. If you want to rest him, you can play an Anderson, but I would play one fast bowler at least. But you can still go with all-out spin, drop a batsman, right? Then again, the question arises, do you drop Bairstow or not? But that is a possibility. I think I would rather do that if you want to play all four spin options. It also depends on the fitness of Leach, whether he'll be able to play, or does he need an extra spinner just in case he gets injured again. I don't know how they're looking at it right now, but there's always a chance to play four spinners. um, but I would also play the fast bowler, so that means dropping a batsman. That's what I would do. But yeah, because if you're playing four spinners, Ben Stokes is not bowling, then it's a worry, right? You need some pace there. I think you saw what Bumrah did. Even Wood produced chances in the third innings, but in the fourth inning, sorry. But Bumrah in particular, he was at one stage got India, in a winning position in that third innings. Jo ne wickets nikala tha. Was it Bairstow? Who was it? I picked up a few wickets in the middle and put the pressure on England. So I think you need a faster bowler there to, at least if there is reverse on offer or anything on offer as a wicket taking option. They're going to bowl in short bursts. They're not going to bowl long spells like you see in England, Australia, South Africa. They can be used effectively. And you just take the example of Bumrah. I think that is the kind of role that Wood will play for England. Ben Stokes has said it in his previous press conference before Hyderabad Test match कि भाई उसके पास pace है. He has that pace and bounce accuracy. We want him to bowl fast. We don't worry about anything else. We're not worried about him leaking runs or anything like that. We want him to bowl fast. Sometimes, even if he doesn't pick up a wicket, he can set up a wicket at the other end by, hitting someone on the helmet or on the shoulder, making the batsman uncomfortable. Even if the pitch doesn't offer too much pace, he can, because he has that genuine pace, he can trouble the batsman there and set up a wicket for the spinner at the other end, tie one end up. So I think that is very important. In my opinion, so you should play at least one faster bowler. In my opinion, one fast bowler should be there, and Wood is probably your option because he has that way. He can take the pitch out of the equation. You don't really need him, to bowl line length. He can just bowl quick and roughen up the batsman. That's how I will look at it. But yeah, let me know what your playing 11 will be. Will you play an extra if you're in India? Will you play an extra spinner? Will you play Washington and Kuldeep, and in place of who? And would you play Patidar and Sarfraz? Ibrahim bhai, let me know. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, these are the updates. The Under-19 World Cup, like I said, it's raining in the Australia-England game. South Africa have won against Zimbabwe. Bangladesh have won against Nepal, and yeah, that tournament is also spicing up. It's heating up. We've got the Sunrisers game in a bit. Looking forward to that as well. And Ibrahim bhai, if you came in late, the update was from the net session. SARFRAZ was present, Patidar was present. SARFRAZ had a big conversation where Rohit Sharma, they were talking. It was an animated conversation. They laughed a bit as well, but it was a long discussion. I'm sure Rohit Sharma was talking to him about particular plans. Patidar was there. He was batting for most of the session. He was playing the sweep, reverse sweep as well. Ashwin was there. Kuldeep was batting first. He pulled out himself the reverse sweep. Then he bowled as well, and he looked very good. In the nets, it was difficult for the batsman to get under him or try to be aggressive against him, because with the leg spin, that angle, left arm, the ball dips on you a bit, it stops on you a bit. So yeah, he was looking good. It'll be a different challenge for England also, right? So sometimes these kind of changes can make it difficult for the opposition. So it'll be important to see how he performs during the test match. But I think that pretty much wraps it up for today. Kal we'll preview the test match. We'll look into what the 11s might be. We'll predict the 11s. We'll get the information, press conferences se ke exactly kya hone wala hai. We'll have a better idea of the pitch, and yeah, all eyes will be on Vizag. Until then, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, and stay tuned to Chasing the Target.